just go inside and have a seat.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. This is Peter.
Peter. Mrs. Fallon? No. Ross? No. Go ahead. That was terrific.
Somewhat of a view.
Oh, is this a picture or?
Pick the right. That was really a wonderful. Enormous amount of nostalgia. Well, it's really going to happen. I can begin with the analogy that I came to Stony Mark Fisher gave a wonderful analogy yesterday.
So I still have that image burned in my mind from 1975 of the troops coming on to Omaha Beach.
See, I can no longer get away with that. You know, remember the Rich Party? That was described as a water.
Is a Berken? It's not as big as it. It's not as big as. But it's bigger than a Cherokee or something.
Abby, say hello to the camera.
Oh, that's the camera. I want to say hello to you. More importantly. I didn't say hello to you. So
We get off.
It's okay. These
you made it. You found us.
No, we're doing okay. We're still there. Some people are things affect.
Baby animals. She's not eating faces anymore. I did. She was making a phone call. Oh, okay, Jerry.
Pleasant conversation. It was funny, Sean. Is this how it works?
Oh, disclosure. I don't see that one. I know. The one with Michael Douglas. I didn't see that. I thought it was supposed to happen.
Right, it's that. Now all we have to do is get Alan.
I don't have a business connection to the university. I don't have a medical degree. My wife and I were just delighted to have been good friends of the Berkens for more than 30 years, and so I am really privileged to be able to host this dinner tonight. I think before I start on my remarks, I would personally like to applaud and express our appreciations to the Walt Disney Company and especially to Alan Menken for a wonderful preview tonight. So thank you very, very much. I think if the rest of the national reception is halfway as good as this, this will get a 5-star rating. I think the fact that all of you are here tonight in support of the Arthur Berken Fellowship proves the point that the term medical humanism is not an oxymoron. Arthur Berken's Fellowship, in my opinion, represents the institutionalization of his contribution to the fields of both medicine and humanism. His work, particularly in today's climate of managed care, concentration of both HMOs and hospitals, and corporate and partnership downsizing, is especially appropriate. His lifetime of dedication and this fellowship is a reminder that medicine is neither an exact science nor a business school case study. Medicine is indeed a healing art and is dedicated and should be dedicated to the patient, his family, and to a healthy society. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for your support and hopefully your continued support of the Arthur Berken Fellowship. And I would now like to introduce Dr. Norman Edelman, Dean of the School of Medicine at Stony Brook.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm delighted to have the opportunity to say a few words to tell you a little bit about our program. And I thank all of you for supporting this fellowship in this wonderful way. I did not have the privilege of knowing Arthur Berken, so in preparation for the evening, I read his book, America's Midlife Crisis. I recommend it to all of you. It is focused and specific, and it recommends a specific strategy for reforming the healthcare system. But to me, more importantly, it's a very revealing piece about a remarkable man. It begins with the foreword, in which he made clear that this was a joint effort with his wife and his daughters. He clearly was devoted to his family. It moves through briskly. It expresses crisp thought. It shows what I think to be the hallmark of a creative mind, and that is there are no preconceived notions, and it focuses on the future. But most importantly, it returns again and again to the concept of medicine as a profession, the professionalism of medicine. And for me, that's a very specific and very critical issue. What we mean, I think, when we describe a profession or a professional relationship is that the professional has the interests of his client, in the case of medicine, his patient. He holds that interest above all others. He holds that interest above his personal aggrandizement, above his family even, and certainly above the needs of society. That, in my opinion, and Arthur Berken's opinion, is the hallmark of professionalism, and that very issue is under stress in our new healthcare environment. And what's at risk? What's at risk is whether or not medicine will remain a profession in that sense, and I think that's something all of us should strive to retain. With that in mind, it is exceedingly appropriate that the family and friends of Arthur Berken have come together to endow this MD with distinction in humanities. The MD with distinction is long ensconced in Stony Brook. It was conceived as a way to enrich selected students in various issues which were not necessary for the practice of medicine, but which would prepare them for other things. And for most of its history, it focused on basic science. The idea was to enrich students in science so they would be better physicians, or perhaps become medical scientists and contribute to society, or perhaps become leaders in medical science and therefore not only contribute to society, but bring honor to the university. What's special and important about this is that it takes the model and extends it to the humanities. It is critical in this era when the interaction between medicine and society is under stress, when it has to be redefined at every moment. It is critical that we train people similarly to understand society, understand societal forces, understand how it interacts with medicine, and hopefully go forward to be leaders in the interface between medicine and society. It is because of this that the Arthur Berken Fellowship makes an important contribution not only to the recipients, not only to Stony Brook, but hopefully to society as a whole. And for that, we're deeply grateful to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Edwin. We now have Berken to come on up here, please, and make some presentations.
Can you hear me? Before I introduce the 1996 recipient of the Arthur Berken Fellowship, I want to express my gratitude. First, to Art Berken, who was always true to himself, who as a physician was a symbol of integrity to his peers, who treated his patients with state-of-the-art medicine while giving them the respect and dignity that every human being deserves, who freely expressed his ideas to the governing medical establishment without fear of rejection or confrontation, and who, in the last year of his life, gave us all a lesson on what courage is all about. I'm so grateful to Ruth and Terry Elks, who are somewhere over there, friends for almost 40 years, it's a long time, for magnanimously providing dinner in this spectacular setting. Terry raised my sights for the fellowship and enthusiastically shared his fundraising expertise. I'm grateful to Dr. Peter Williams, to Dean Terry Kavilovitz, to Dr. Pierce Gardner, to Dr. Martin Lubowitz, and to Lisa Seaman from Stony Brook for their guidance and their hard work in making the fellowship and this evening a reality. And would you all please stand up so everybody can see who you are? I want to thank Dean Edelman and President Kenny. I met President Kenny several times this evening in a very unusual place for their support and for their presence. I want to thank the faculty members and colleagues of art who are here. I want to thank my wonderful friends of a lifetime, my wonderful family who have come from all over the United States, and just thank you for supporting this fellowship. It will serve you well. And now it is my honor and my pleasure to present the 1996 recipient of the Arthur Berken Fellowship, Ms. Moitri Chowdhury. Moitri? Enjoy your dinner.
I just want to say thank you to Roberta real quickly. From those of us at Stony Brook, we work with a lot of people who help us raise a lot of money, and this is a very special lady. So from Lisa, I, and everyone in development, thank you.
Thank you very much. They really were wonderful. A whole bunch of new friends. Okay, bye. I guess I love him so much that I just overlooked him for a minute. Anyway, without Alan, this evening would not be possible. His talent, his beautiful music, his international acclaim is only surpassed by the quality of his character. And I thank him from the bottom of my heart, and he's probably going to kill me now.
Either complete what you're eating or just withhold. Okay. We have a rare treat tonight. Not only did we get a chance to see a wonderful movie and listen to some wonderful music, but we have an opportunity to listen to the creator of this and many other things. I would ask, if I may, that if any of you have cameras, I would ask you to please refrain from taking pictures. It does get disturbing, especially when the lights are down and somebody's trying to read some music, so we thank you. And without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Alan Menken.
Are we on here? Oh, good. Hi. Thanks for coming and supporting my Uncle Art's fund. He was a great guy, extraordinary doctor. Those of us in the family loved Art so much. We miss him so much. Those I know who were his patients or who worked with him know what an extraordinary person and doctor he was. And I also would like to thank my friends at Disney for having made the printed the film available for you to see. But they know how much he meant to me, and this cause means a lot to me. And I thank you all for coming, and I'm glad I can be a part of this too. So I thought I'd play you a couple songs. You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew, you never knew. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or asked the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? riches all around you, and for once never wonder what they're worth. The rainstorm and the river are my brothers, the heron and the otter are my friends, and we are all connected to each other in a circle, in a hoop that never ends. How high does the sycamore grow? If you cut it down, you'll never know. And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue corn moon. For whether we are white or copper skinned, we need to sing with all the voices of the mountain, need to paint with all the colors of the wind. You can own the earth and still, all you'll own is earth until you can paint with all the colors of the wind. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore, they work all day. Out in the sun, they slave away, while we devoting full time to floating under the sea. Down here, all the fish is happy as off through the waves they roar. The fish on the land ain't happy, they sad cause they in their bore. The fish in the boat is lucky, they ain't more worse of fate. One day when the boss get hungry, the soup gon' be on the plate. Oh no, under the sea, under the sea. Nobody beat us, fry us and eat us in fricassee. We what the land folks love to cook. Under the sea we off the hook. We got no troubles, life is the bubbles. Under the sea, under the sea. Since life is sweet here, we got to beat it naturally. Even the sturgeon and the ray, they get the urge to start to play. We got the spirit, you got to hear it. Under the sea. Play the flute, the car play the harp, the place play the bass, and they sound the sharp, the bass play the brass, the chub play the tub, the flute is the duke of soul. The ray can play the lings on the train, the trout rocking out the blackfish, she sing the spelt in the sprat, they know where it's at, and all that blowfish roll. Under the sea, under the sea, when the sardine begin to begin its music to me. Water, they got a lot of sand. We got a hot crustacean band. Each little clammy, know how to jam it under the sea. Each little sluggy, cut it the rugged under the sea. Each little snaily, know how to whale it. That's why it's hotter under the water. Yeah, we ain't lucky down in the mucky under the sea. As old as time, true as it can be, barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared, Beauty and the Beast. Ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, ever just as sure as the sun will rise. song as old as rhyme, beauty and peace. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty and the beast. This is a song I've actually never performed in public before, and I didn't anticipate performing it, but then somehow since this new film, The Hunchback of Notre Dame's been shown to people, this number's gotten a surprising reaction from me, so I decided I would have it typed up. Totally last minute, go type it up. And so I have my reading glasses on, which shows my age, but Paris, the city of lovers, is glowing this evening. True, that's because it's on fire, but still there's l'amour. Somewhere out there in the night, her heart is also alight. And I know the guy she just might be burning for. A guy like you, she's never known, kid. A guy like you, a girl does not meet every day. You've got a look, that's all your own, kid. Could there be two like you? No way. Those other guys that she could dangle all look the same from every boring point of view. You're a surprise from every angle. Munja above, she's gotta love a guy like you. A guy like you gets extra credit because it's true, you got a certain something more. You see that face, you don't forget it. Want something new, that's you for sure. We all have gaped at some Adonis, but then we crave a meal more nourishing to chew. And since you're shaped like a croissant is, no question of she's gotta love a guy like you. Stephen got more comments on that problem. Call me a hopeless romantic, but quasi I feel it. She wants you so any moment she'll walk through that door. For a guy so swell, with all you bring her, a fool could tell it's why she fell for you know who. You ring the bell, you're the bell ringer. When she wants ooh la la, then she wants you la la. She will discover, guy, you're one heck of a guy. Who wouldn't love a guy like you? I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But now from way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you. Unbelievable sights, indescribable feeling, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. A whole new world, 100,000 things to see. I'm like a shooting star, I've come so far from where I used to be. A whole new world with new horizons to pursue. I'll chase them anywhere, there's time to spare. Let me share this whole new world with you. A whole new world, that's where we'll be. A thrilling chase, a wondrous place for you and me. I might as well leave my reading glasses on. I'm going to finish with this song. Someday, when we are wiser, when the world's older, when we have learned, someday I pray we may yet live to live and let live. Someday life will be fairer, need will be rarer, greed will not pay. Godspeed this bright millennium on its way. Let it come someday. Someday mankind will be kinder, justice kinder. Someday my fight will be won then, we'll stand in the sun then, that bright afternoon. Till then, on days when the sun is gone, I'll hang on, wish upon the moon. Change will come one day, someday, soon.
years ago, I had the absolutely disastrous privilege of following Bill Cosby on a program. This is equally disastrous. On the other hand, as somebody who has been in the business and is in the business, let me just mention something. We know, those of us in the business, the demands upon a person of Alan Menken's talents. The demands are 90 hours a day. We know what price gets tagged on these kinds of demands. Well, there is no price for this. This is priceless, and I would ask you to applaud him again for his love of what he has done here tonight for the television. We'll conclude tonight with some remarks from Dr. Shirley Strom-Kenny, the president of the University at Stony Brook. But let me just say one thing. I've been associated with education in almost any sense of the term, and I am a product totally of public universities and public schools. I know that's a terrible word to say in this day and age, but it does work. All I know is that we sometimes think our educators don't work too hard. Well, all I know is I was having my coffee at 7:30 this morning, watching, today, I guess it's AM America on Channel 7 in New York, and at 7:30 there is your esteemed president being interviewed. And so she has been at it all day, and so without further ado, and so hopefully she can get home and get a decent night's rest, Dr. Shirley Strom-Kenny.
Thank you. I feel so privileged to have had the wonderful concert and the wonderful evening that we have had. I didn't get to know Arthur Berken, but knowing how his colleagues feel about him and meeting his family tonight, I know what an extraordinary person he must have been, and I feel so glad for his association with Stony Brook. I also want to say that I think the contributions to MD with distinction in humanistic studies is a brilliant choice, so important in our time, and I am so pleased that we have students of the caliber of the person who won the award this year. So I just feel very grateful for all of this, for the participation and all of you in helping us do something very special with special young people. Now, I want to give particular thanks to a couple of people. First of all, Alan Menken. It's just been wonderful. I'm supposed to deliver this unbroken, which makes me a little nervous, but we want you to have that crystal piano. This is to hold it together.
Well, let me get my reading glasses out.
Well, why don't
No. On behalf of the 25th anniversary of the School of Medicine, we would like to thank Alan and Janice Menken for the evening performance and the continued support of the Arthur Berken MD Fellowship. I do want to say, by the way, Janice wishes she could have been here. We're leaving first thing in the morning for the big bash in New Orleans to kick off Hunchback, and she's packing for two girls who haven't packed for themselves, and we would have been hysterical. So she regrets not being here, and sends her love, and I'm sure her gratitude for this as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And finally, I want to thank Terry Elks, if you would come up here. Without this incredible man, needless to say, this night would not have happened. Trying to figure out what to give him is a little bit difficult, but we've got something for you.
Do you?
Right up there. We hope you have a big office here.
Okay. Oh my God. Well, that wasn't on my agenda, but we all want to thank you very, very much for coming, and we bid you a good evening, and hope to see you next year at when we try to figure out how we can do this one better. Thank you very much. Good night.